Testing 1, 2, 3. Well, howdy, y'all. Welcome to Comm107. My name's Aaron Swanlek, and we are gonna run down this semester real quick. Why are you wearing a cowboy hat? Because we are about to learn about the intricacies of speaking well to a public. Y'all seriously need to send help. We're in the danger zone now.
I don't even know what that means.
No one knows what it means, but it's provocative.
No, it's not. It's
Gets
gross.
the people going.
You know, I always thought the apocalypse was going to be a lot cooler than this, didn't you? I thought it was going to have more guns. Alright, we need to take care of something really quickly. I'm sorry about that. 1 second. So, welcome to the new normal, which, unfortunately, this is the new normal. I guess we could take a moment and just be thankful that we live in a world where this isn't a regular reality that some folks in other places of the world have to live with on a normal day basis. So I guess we're lucky in that regard, but we should probably pay attention to a few unique and kind of things we don't normally think about on an everyday basis. Like, for instance, y'all noticed that I probably just shaved. Well, that's because I haven't seen anyone for like 2 weeks, and so it's one of those things where your new normal might be a situation in which you're not actively talking to people or needing to care about like how you look or what you're doing in a given time or a given place, and that can affect both your pretty much personal lives, your mental lives, and certainly your academic lives. So what I think is important for us to all acknowledge at the start, or at least the get-go of this conversation about what we're going to be doing in Comm107, is that we need to make sure we prioritize ourselves first and foremost. So that means shaving. That means finding little victories that you can do in your everyday life to make sure that you're staying both healthy physically and mentally for the most part. Now, with that said, this is certainly new for me. So I've never really done this before. I've taught online before, but not a class that was meeting in person and then transitioning to an online space. And so if y'all are confused, I am in the exact same boat. So don't think of it as like oh, I'm behind on something. No, I am just as far behind, and I'm having the same sort of anxieties, feelings of just like craziness of the whole situation. So you are not alone in this basis or regard. So I'm going to be as flexible as I can for pretty much the entirety of this semester. So how are we supposed to do public speaking when there's no publics to speak to? Well, it's actually a pretty cool opportunity that we have, I think, this semester, that at least we're going to try to work with, that we can live with this new technologically adept world that we are situated in, and figure out how to digitally communicate in ways that really kind of like promote good habits and patterns to really kind of like talk to an audience, because for a lot of people, their interactions with public speaking usually come vis-a-vis forms of technology such as this. So let's talk quick shop and logistics. So every Sunday, you should check your email for a brief email from me categorizing the things that we need to accomplish this upcoming week. I will include suggestions for how to best accomplish all of those tasks. Later on this week, you will get a revised syllabus with new due dates that will be coming up later on. It will also have kind of a protocol for how to submit all of your digital responses or digital speeches that you will be doing throughout the semester. All of the makeup speeches for like the special occasion, for instance, can be given to me in that kind of like mode or modality, and I will totally work with what we were given. And I am also currently buying a new camera because I realize that this camera that I'm filming on my laptop makes it look like I'm doing this video in the 80s from one of those like old school recorder things. So I'm totally acknowledging that too, because I want to make this as aesthetically or visually as good as possible to kind of like set at least a good example or approach for how we can do these things. And also during the week, I plan on releasing a bunch of smaller videos, such as like this, that will be no longer than 5 minutes, that break down and categorize different elements and kind of just have a bunch of mini lessons that we can engage with, that you can listen to whenever you want to listen to them. So there's not going to be a very set time that we're going to have to do these things. Finally, For office hours, I plan on just being at my computer every Monday, Wednesday, Friday from functionally 10 o'clock to 2 o'clock in the afternoon. You can drop on and send me a G-chat at any point in time during the day. If you go onto your university email and send me a chat message or an email that says you want to talk, we can meet on Hangouts, we can meet on Skype, or any of the kind of like ways in which we can communicate. If you have any kind of like further questions on instruction, I will gladly always make time, and also always email me. I'm free. I've literally quarantined myself, so I'll probably be excited to talk to you with all of that said and all of that done. Finally, and being quite earnest with you all, this is going to be quite hard. I am sure a majority of you are as bored or more bored than I am right now, because I've seen a bunch of emails start to come in from students during spring break. Spring break! Anyway, so as our priorities change and as a new normal starts to emerge, I understand people use academia as a space to get out of their lived realities, and this is why it's going to be ever more important that we stay vigilant as we can right now, and I am here to work with you all, and I hope you're here to work with me, and so keep checking in later this week, and we will have a bunch of different ways in which we can interact and keep doing class stuff to make sure that we all fully thrive and have accessibility for our online space in which we are going to be doing the class. Please contact me with any questions you have. Hope you all are having a great break. Ciao, ciao.